Hello everyone, I'm Andy Day. Welcome to edition 17 of the England Hockey League Preview Podcast. What a weekend of hockey we've just had, and that sets up the final day of Phase 2 play with plenty still to be decided. Also, promotions and relegations are starting to happen, and I'll take you through the confirmed changes for the teams that are currently competing in Division 1. Time to get underway with the fixtures, starting with the Women's Premier Division Top 6. As it's the final round, all the games are starting at the same time, 2 p.m. So we have Hampstead and Westminster Reading, Loughborough Students Wimbledon, and Surbiton East Grinstead. Two teams could finish top of the Women's Premier Top 6, Hampstead and Westminster, who start the day on top with 35 points, play at home against third place Reading, while Surbiton in second host fourth place East Grinstead. It was a remarkable weekend of results. Reading beaten at home by Wimbledon 6-5, Surbiton drawing 1-1 at home with Hampstead and Westminster, and East Grinstead winning 4-2 at Loughborough Students has really showed the competitiveness of this league. Hampstead and Westminster versus Reading, a repeat of the game that saw Hampstead and Westminster replace Reading at the top of the table at the end of November when Hampstead and Westminster won 5-1 away. Hampstead and Westminster are guaranteed top spot with a win. Reading could finish second if they win this game and Surbiton lose. Reading could finish second, third or even fourth if they lose, and East Grinstead managed to overcome a goal difference deficit. In a day with plenty at stake across the league, this game looks like it's the pick of the matches. Surbiton versus East Grinstead. Surbiton were winners last time out, where the teams met in October. It was a 2-0 away win that day. There are permutations where Surbiton could finish top with a win and a Hampstead and Westminster loss, second or third with a loss and a Reading win. East Grinstead will finish third if they win and overcome that goal difference deficit. They could land in fifth if they lose and Wimbledon win. Surbiton come into this game following that 1-1 draw last week with Hampstead and Westminster. East Grinstead have 2 wins and a draw in their last 5. It's also a match where the league's 2 top scorers could face off against each other. Darcy Bourne and Bieber Mills are both on 11. Loughborough versus Wimbledon. Loughborough are guaranteed 6th. Wimbledon come into this game hot on the heels of that remarkable 6-5 win at Reading, and with the possibility of a 4th place finish still on the cards, but do need an East Grinstead loss to help that happen. This match finished level, with 1-1 the score early on in the season. Loughborough are seeking a first win in the second phase. Plenty to enjoy in this game. Here are the Women's Premier Division lower 6, 3 fixtures, again all starting at the same time, 2 p.m. Clifton Robinson Sutton Coldfield, University of Birmingham Bowden, and University of Nottingham Holcombe. Bowden will finish in the top 8 overall, but the other slot is still up for grabs. Clifton Robinsons or University of Birmingham are both at home on Saturday. Clifton Robinsons versus Sutton Coldfield. Sutton Coldfield became the first team to have relegation confirmed this season. Last week's defeat by University of Birmingham sees the Mighty Pinks remain on 1 point for the season, and with this game and the 3 relegation playoff matches to follow, the most points that could be earned is 13, and that will put them in the bottom 2 places. Clifton Robinsons are guaranteed a playoff place with a win. If Clifton Robinsons lose and University of Birmingham win, then Clifton Robinsons drop into the relegation places. If there's a draw in this game and a University of Birmingham win, then it goes down to goal difference. University of Birmingham versus Bowden. Bowden will play in the top 8 this season. University of Birmingham, to recap, need to win or draw and hope that Clifton Robinsons lose in order to qualify. University of Birmingham have already won against Bowden this season, a mid-October 4-3 victory, their most recent one until last week's win against Sutton Coldfield. Bowden have really hit the ground running in Phase 2 with 4 wins from 4 and surely will be looking to take that form into the playoffs. University of Nottingham play Holcombe. These teams will meet again in the upcoming relegation playoffs as they can't finish higher, and points gathered in this game carry over, so there's a lot at stake in this match. The teams are just 2 points apart and Holcombe could move above University of Nottingham with a win this weekend. It was a 1-1 draw earlier in the season, so this match could be extremely tight. We've touched on the two leading goal scorers for the women's competition already, but just to recap, Surbiton's Darcy Bourne moves up to joint first in the goal scorer table, level with Beaver Mills of East Grinstead on 11 for the season. It's as you were last week, again no change also in the clean sheet table. Miriam Pritchard is top with 5 for the season. The Men's Premier Division top 6, the 3 fixtures, all starting at 6 p.m. Hampstead and Westminster Surbiton, Oxted Holcombe and Wimbledon Old Georgians. Old Georgians cannot be caught at the top of the Premier. Surbiton will be second, Hampstead and Westminster will finish 5th and Oxted 6th whatever happens this weekend. Wimbledon and Holcombe in 3rd and 4th respectively could swap places. Hampstead and Westminster Surbiton. There were a hatful of goals when the teams met towards the end of Phase 1. Surbiton were at home and won the match by 6 goals to 3, with every one of those 9 goals scored by different players. Form is the thing for both of these teams, with their final placing secured and both teams eager to get back to winning ways. This could be a very good watch indeed. Oxted Holcombe. As mentioned, Oxted will remain in 6th and Holcombe could finish in 3rd or 4th, with the final placing making a difference to which playoff pool these teams go into. 2nd and 3rd will play 6th and 7th, so this could be a preview of one of those upcoming playoff games. Oxted secured a win last week at Hampstead and Westminster, the day after Holcombe lost at home to the same team by the same score. These teams have met before and it finished 7-2 to Holcombe at Holcombe, so goals look likely too. Intriguing match. Wimbledon versus Old Georgians. This one was very close back in November, with Old Georgians securing a 4-3 win, Tom Carson scoring all 4 on that day. Wimbledon will finish 3rd with a win, or 4th if Wimbledon lose and Holcombe win. And there's a scenario where those positions are decided by goal difference too. Old Georgians will be top whatever happens, but I'm sure that they'll want to keep their winning run going. The Men's Premier lower 6th, the 3 fixtures again, all at 6 p.m. Bowden Southgate, Cardiff and Met Beeston, and Richmond East Grinstead. Beeston will finish in the top 8 and they travel to the team starting the day in 2nd placed spot, Cardiff and Met. Any sort of return from the game from Cardiff and they'll also finish in the top 8 and make it to the playoffs. Bowden Southgate. Both of these teams are unable to qualify for the top 8 and it will be a relegation playoff place for them. When they met in October, it was a close affair with Southgate getting all 3 points courtesy of a 4-3 home win assisted by an Archie Foster hat-trick. Southgate are seeking their first win since the opening round of Phase 2, that 3-2 away win in Cardiff. Bowden though are hoping for back-to-back wins for the first time this season after their win at the weekend over Richmond. Cardiff and Met Beeston. As mentioned, Beeston will finish in the top 2 and can only be leapfrogged by Cardiff and Met winning, and winning big. Both of these teams have enjoyed their Phase 2, with Cardiff and Met winning 3 of 4 games and Beeston all 4, so both will go into the game with confidence. Once again, any points at all for Cardiff and Met will put them into the top 8. Only a defeat combined with an East Grinstead win will deny them. In the earlier match this season, Beeston narrowly took all 3 points in a 2-1 win in Nottingham. Richmond East Grinstead, another match that featured a lot of goals earlier in the season. In the reverse of this fixture in October, East Grinstead won it by 6 goals to 2. East Grinstead could sneak into the top 8, but need a Cardiff defeat and a win here to do it, and then hope for a superior goal difference. Richmond's debut Premier season sees them enter the relegation playoffs next week, still with a chance of staying up. Sam Ward's trio of strikes last weekend moves him from 26 to 29 this season, some way clear of Struan Walker, remaining on 20 for Surbiton, and is being caught up by Henry Croft of Beeston, who's one behind on 19. No additional clean sheet this weekend, but Wimbledon's Ore Ogunlana is still leading the clean sheet standings with 4. Tickets are on sale for the finals weekend at the Nottingham Hockey Centre on the 3rd and 4th of May. Make sure you head to the England Hockey website to get your tickets now. There's still 1 week to play in the 4 men's and women's Division 1 competitions, and final placings are starting to emerge. Congratulations to Barnes Women, who have won Women's Division 1 South with a week to spare and will be playing in the Premier Division next season. Both Slough and Wimbledon 2s depart after relegation. It's very tight at the top of Women's Division 1 North. Durham University just need a point at Gloucester City this weekend to earn promotion. A defeat for Durham, combined with a Beeston win, would see the Midland sides leapfrog them on the final day, one to keep an eye on. In Men's Division 1 North, the top spot will go to either Loughborough Students or Brooklands Manchester University, with Loughborough going into the final day a point clear on 44. Both Lindham and Stourport are relegated. Reading men will be playing top division hockey next season after winning Men's Division 1 South. Congratulations to them. At the bottom, any two of Team Bath Buccaneers, Canterbury or University of Bristol could go down, as only 3 points separates those sides, with a lot riding on the outcome of the Canterbury versus Team Bath Buccaneers game. All will be resolved by the close of play this weekend. One more match round until the third phase. 2 teams from the bottom 6 are back in the hunt to make league finals day, and 4 teams will fight to retain their place at the top. For all the latest, England Hockey will keep you updated with the headlines via their website and also via Facebook and Instagram. Do stop by and give us a follow. I've been your host, Andy Day. Join me again next week for your essential quick guide to the upcoming fixtures.